Happy Saturday, foodie friends, grain-free VIPs. Welcome to this week's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode. My name is Nina Blake. I'm the grain-free lifestyle coach, and I am over the moon excited to be here with you today. Why? Because it's my mission to help families avoid grains and allergens without sacrificing flavor and variety so that they can enjoy meals together and live their best lives. And I'm so happy to be here with you today. So as you're coming on and being notified, could you just say hello in the comments or drop an emoji? That way I can reach out to you and make sure to thank you for joining me. And if you are catching the replay, could you please use hashtag replay so that I can make sure to thank you for spending time with me. It means a lot, and I know you're busy. So today's topic is how can I avoid grains and allergens without making 2 meals? Oh my goodness, isn't that the worst? Having to make 2 meals just so we can eat safely makes flames shoot out of our ears. And yet, if you have a family that is supportive, you want to support the person or individuals with food allergens while also keeping everybody else happy, because it really is a struggle. It can be a challenge. So I'm going to give you a quick overview and then we'll take a deep dive into each of the topics. All right. So if you were going to do this, you could do what most people do, and that is make 2 meals. It burns us out and it's not sustainable, right? You could build a meal using only safe foods, okay? You could have a few foods that everybody can share, right? Based on individual dietary needs, with some people missing out on some and some people missing out on others. Think of kind of a cookout like that. You could rotate your cooking where you're making one thing every night, and so that there's always something safe for everyone to enjoy, but it might not be freshly made that day. Or you could, and this is a tall order, you could break the recipe using ingredients that's safe for everybody in your family so that everyone can share a meal together and enjoy something delicious that they are really excited about. Okay, let's take a deep dive into each one. But before we do that, did you see these cookie bars? These are my grain-free cookie bars. These are grain-free, lectin-free, allergy-friendly. There's no gluten, there's no grain, there's no dairy, there's no egg, there's no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no nightshade, and no lectin in these. If you would like the recipe for these, would you please put recipe in the chat so I can reach out to you and help you get these? VIPs, Gold and Platinum VIPs, I am teaching this class tomorrow, so watch your email for the invite. Okay. On to today's topic. So the first one is you could make 2 meals, and that is a lot. I can't do that. And if you know me, you know that my husband and I, we are both grain-free, so I wouldn't have to do that now. However, in years past, in another life, I was a foster parent. I was a foster parent to 2 children who were diagnosed with reactive attachment disorder, and one of them had food allergies. So you had me with my food allergies, the child with food allergies, hers were similar to mine, but she also had a chocolate allergy, my foster son who had no allergies, and my husband at the time who was choosing not to avoid allergens. And making 2 meals while I was working full-time, my husband was working full-time, the kids were in school full-time, and they also had support services to help them deal with their stuff, as well as the activities that kids have. There was no way I was going to be making 2 meals. I tried it and I cried. So personally, if you are making 2 meals, all my respect to you. Personally, that's not the way I wanted to go. You could build a meal using ingredients that are safe. And what I mean is, if you have a small set of ingredients that are safe for everyone, let's go with the simple stuff. Say chicken, broccoli, lettuce. Okay. Well, you might do some grilled chicken, some steamed broccoli, and a salad. And that's a meal that everybody can have together. Might not be the most exciting meal in the world, but it will work, right? Now, the third option is usually where most people are hanging out, either option 2 or option 3, and that is have a few foods. So think of it like a cookout or like a Thanksgiving meal where there are lots of options. Now, if you can make all those options on the same day, hey, great. But I'm thinking of a cookout where there's a pasta salad, there's a potato salad, there's cheeseburgers, there's hot dogs, there's coleslaw, and everybody takes what they want. So if you were following that with allergies, let's just say, for example, you have a child with an egg allergy. So you're gonna have a few safe dishes, but then you're gonna have other dishes that your family members who enjoy eggs can also eat and enjoy those. So having a few foods, right, that can be shared, but also some that can be avoided. It works great. I like to save time though. And so if you are someone who likes to save time, then I really recommend these next 2. Rotate your cooking so that you're only making one meal each night and you're like, yes, that is what I want. I want to make one meal, I want to make everyone eat it, and I want everyone to start to shut up and enjoy dinner, right? Okay, so how do we do that? Let's look at it from a boots on the ground approach. Again, I'm gonna go back to my days when I was foster parenting and I was doing this live. So, one night, I would make something that we could all have. I would roast a chicken, okay? And I would make a side dish that we could all have. It might not have been everybody's favorite, but it was something that we could all have, okay? So a roasted chicken and some steamed broccoli, we're all eating. The next night, I'm making a side dish that the food allergy, those who are not afflicted with food allergies are loving, and I'm making a lot of it, okay? So I'm making everybody's main meal. Say I was making meatloaf that night, and I would make a side dish that was maybe a noodle mix. Again, I'm not coming into contact with it. I'm stirring it on the stove, okay? The guys have enough, right? The next night, I'm making sweet potatoes, okay? So I made roasted chicken, broccoli. I made, what did I say? Should have written this down. Meatloaf, right? This next night, I'm gonna make sausage and green beans, okay? And I'm going to make some sweet potatoes for us. And so you're only cooking one meal every night, but because you're making extra, there's always safe side dishes. Great, right? Except for when you don't want to make a meal with all the sides. Somebody was just telling me, we can't always make a June cleaver meal with the protein and the veggies and the starch and the salad. We can't always do that. Sometimes it's cheeseburger casserole. If you want a vegetable, it's a salad, right? But it's still cheeseburger casserole. And if you're watching this and you're going, Nina, absolutely, I really want that cheeseburger casserole. Hey, I want to help you break the recipe. For those of you who've been watching me for a while, thank you so much. I appreciate you. It means the world that we can share this journey together. And if you haven't reached out to me to say hello, please do. I want to get to know you all. So I didn't start out lectin-free. I only went lectin-free when my husband started to develop a sensitivity to chickpeas, and it was making him sick. It wasn't just bothering him, it was making him sick. And in many of my recipes, chickpea was an integral ingredient, so I had to get that out, right? So I'm not suggesting that you sacrifice at all. Let's take a minute, and I'm even gonna add an extra option in here, but I wanna show you. So let's just say your family is having grilled cheese, right? Everybody loves grilled cheese, and you've got the dairy-free cheese for the dairy-free, and you've got the bread for those who are safe, right? So here's a really quick look at my new lectin-free, grain-free, allergy-friendly sandwich bread. Looks like bread, tastes like bread. It's delicious, right? And you have, like I did in my house, you have people who are not avoiding allergens. There's no reason that you can't cook up allergy-friendly grilled cheese and grilled cheese that are traditional, right? You can do that in one night, absolutely. But I want to get back to breaking the recipe, because that's really where, when we can break a recipe and the entire family can eat together happily, we can simplify things and enjoy them, right? So you want to break a recipe that everyone can enjoy using safe ingredients so that it has the appearance, flavor, and texture of the foods that you are craving. You're like, Nina, that's got to just be the grilled chicken. Well, again, it can be, but I really like to challenge you and I'd like to support you in creating recipes that your family can enjoy safely, that are satisfying. Recipes like cheeseburger casserole and pasta bolognese and grilled sandwiches if you want to rock your grain-free, lectin-free bread, right? Or your chocolate chip cookie bars. These are so good. I knew I wasn't going to make it through the episode without eating one. The kind of meals that your family will be excited to eat so that no one feels like they are missing out, because you're having chicken nuggets and you're having pancakes and waffles and chicken taco casserole and maybe a pot roast, and you're doing all this while avoiding grains and allergens. And if you're like, how do we do that? Let me give you my allergy list, because I do all my cooking, all my baking without apples, almonds, bananas, beef, blueberries, cassava, corn, dairy, eggs, all grains, peas, pork, potatoes, soy, pineapple, orange, sweet potatoes, sunflower, completely bean free at this point. So if I can do it, I know I can help you do it too. And I want to thank the VIPs who are watching. We have our VIP lounge coming up Wednesday night. I'm excited to have you. It's going to be great. I'm going to give you the inside scoop on my lectin-free bread. I'm like over the moon with this because we could have bread again. I had it with my lectin-free cream cheese this week. But I want to get back to breaking recipes, because when we break a recipe, all of a sudden, we are eating like normal again. And if that sounds like something that you are interested in doing, even if your allergy list is as long as mine, use the link in the comments so that we can hop on a call and I can talk more about how I can support you. All right, friends, I love you. Have an amazing weekend. The possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. Take care.